What's up, DC fans and movie enthusiasts? I'm Alex Figueroa, and welcome to Geeks and Flix. And today we're going to start off our DC Retro Rewind with the first DC character to grace the big screen, and that is Superman. We're going to start it all off from 1951 with Superman and the Moment, starring George Reeves. Now, we're going to take it all the way from this first film all the way up to the present DC live action film and beyond. So again, if you guys are DC fans and you want to sit through and check out my movie reviews for first time watches, second time watches, and more, then subscribe to the channel, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and of course, hit that notification bell so every time videos drop, you guys will be notified. But let's start it all off with the plot of the film. Now, this film takes place in Silsbee, the home of the world's deepest oil well, population of 1,430. Now, that's pretty much it. They don't have that many, extras in this movie. Now, Lois Lane and Clark Kent are going to do a feature on this deepest oil well. Little did they know, the night before, they drilled into another race 6 miles into the earth. So I said, oh, wow, that's actually pretty interesting. And those creatures, which, I mean, they look horrible. And it's funny because they look like kids with makeups that look like cone heads. So they're like pretty big and they look kind of funny. And they don't have like special powers. They pretty much, when they bleed, is radiation. They bleed out green, and everything they touch is radiated. Because they're close to the Earth's core, I guess. So I guess that's like their superpowers. So anything they touch is radiated. But the people don't know that. So everywhere they go, they're leaving traces, and Clark Kent is the only one that can touch it and all that. It's actually pretty funny. But that's pretty much the plot of the film, is that they drilled so deep that they hit into another civilization, and these people are coming out to see what the hell is going on. Like, who the hell did this? And pretty much tragedy is going to start happening because the townspeople are like trying to kill this thing because they look like aliens. They don't know what the hell this is. And unless Superman comes in to save the day and say, hey, people, don't do this to these creatures. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. But let's get right into the pros of the film. I really have two pros of this film. Now, again, this movie is 58 minutes. That is it, black and white. So it's actually pretty cool in that front. Now, in terms of these two characters, I'm going to talk about the two main characters, which is Lois Lane and Superman. Superman is played by George Reeves. Now, again, he did the TV show of Superman. And of course, that's all I know him for. I never seen him as Superman. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I never seen him put on the cape. This is the first time me watching this damn thing. Okay. He was good. I thought he was really good as Clark Kent. He was funny at times. He had that mannerisms of 1950. So I kind of like that style. And I thought he looked very well for that time period as Superman. As Clark Kent. Now, Superman is a different story. We're all used to the muscles chiseling out like the Henry Cavill Superman. Then, of course, you got the Brandon Roth version of Superman, which he's kind of the blend of Christopher Reeves and Brandon Roth. Like, he's not all jacked up. He's just a dude in the spandex. That's pretty much it. But you're not getting the Henry Cavill version of Superman, which I'm okay with it also. Again, 1951, these people didn't know what the hell fitness was. I bet at that time they wasn't jacking up. So with that said, I loved it. I thought he was pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. Now, in terms of Lois Lane, Phyllis Coates, she was not as good, but I thought she looked like Lois Lane. Her mannerisms is not the Lois Lane that we know, but she did pretty well for the role. Now, in terms of the cons, oh man, let's just get right into the cons. Okay, number one, the pacing of this movie is slow. It is super slow and drawn out. It is very drawn out, slow. I fell asleep twice. I had to rewind it where I stopped and then continue watching it. Again, 58 minutes in this type of movie is a long time. If it was good, I think 58 minutes would have been a blast, but it wasn't as good. Clark Kent. Now, Clark Kent turning into Superman, I say it was kind of a dud because, like I said, it's 58 minutes into the film. And he does not turn into Superman until 24 minutes and 35 seconds into the movie. And then when he does that, he's pretty much doing his special effects, which we're going to talk about in a few seconds. I don't know. I think it was kind of let down because they're setting up this entire plot. But Superman doesn't come. Literally, you're watching it and you're going, where the hell is Superman coming out? Because that's literally what I said watching this movie. I was like, where is Superman? And when he finally did, I kind of liked it. He ripped off the shirt. And he tried to take off, but the special effects wasn't there. So it looked like dudes pulled him up. And I thought that was funny. But we're going to talk about special effects right now. special effects does not hold up. It does not hold up at all. I know it's 51, and I know I don't want people to kill me for this, but it did not look good. The scenes that they're flying look like it was on a crane on top of a car, and that is the height that they could go, the maximum height, which looked like it was 10 feet above everybody when he's flying. That looked, I mean, that looked hilarious. I was laughing. It was comical at times. There was a scene that they shot one of the mole men, and he's falling, and Superman went to try to grab him, and you could literally see it looked claymation-ish. And it looked like a dummy fell into his arm and then he flew off. I started laughing. I didn't want to, but I had to because it did not look as good. But pretty much that is pretty much it in a nutshell in terms of my pros and cons of the film. I thought it was a decent movie. Now, what would I rate this movie? I'll give this movie a 2 out of 5. I think it's a decent film to start off. Like I said, my retro rewind watch of Superman, because I could have just skipped this and went into Batman. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to start really where it all started, and this was the first movie to do it. So I'm happy that I did get to do it and watch it. And again, I would like to say is that I will be purchasing every movie that I'm watching for the first time. I will be purchasing it. So again, I purchased this for $7 on eBay on DVD. At the end of my entire journey, I'm going to show off my entire physical media collection of my DC watch through. So that's going to be a pretty fun thing to do because I'm a big DC fan. But in terms of this movie, 2 out of 5. I think in terms of would I recommend this to people, I would say if you're into DC Comics and you want to see where this all started, yes, check this out for the first time. See if this is something you enjoy. I honestly would say I wouldn't recommend it to people because, again, it's kind of boring and whatnot. But again, you never know. A lot of people have different tastes in terms of movies. But I'm going to slap this a decent, which is a 2 out of 5 here on the channel. Now, I would like to say is that George Reeves, who portrayed as Superman on the TV series from 1952 to 1958, died at the age of 45 from a gunshot wound, and it remains controversial. The official findings was a suicide, but people believe that he was murdered or a victim of an accidental shooting. So again, you can take it for what it is, but it kind of sucks that he died so young. Now, comment down below and let me know your thoughts on Superman and the Moment from 1951. Would you want to see this film or would you skip it? And if you like what you saw in this video, smash that like button. If you want to be part of Geeks and Flix, then subscribe to this channel. I'll be doing more movie reviews every Wednesday. Nate does his Out of the Theater reviews with new releases every Friday. Till next time, be awesome to each other and geek out.